We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, continuing action from the Grapefruit League between the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Maikel Franco. In his career against this starting pitcher, he's got a batting average of over 350. That's not ridiculous, but it does mean he's had some really good at-bats against him in the past. So we'll see if he continues to see the ball well against this pitcher in this one.
Julio Teheran, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty, Julio Teheran, 4-pitch mix guy. Good fastball, 89 to 94 miles an hour. Changeup, probably his best off-speed pitch. Has the curveball, has the slider. One of the keys you'll notice he's going to be on early, inducing a lot of ground balls. He's a ground ball type pitcher. If he's getting ground balls, expect a strong outing.
Oh, okay. I see how it's going to be. You're going to implore that. You're going to use the ambush tactics and not playing nice right there. Usually, you're supposed to take the 0-0 pitch to start the game. He wasn't paying attention.
Up next will be Nick Williams as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Teheran has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. From the stretch. Line hard toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Runner around second now, headed for third. And it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
Batting fourth, left fielder.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Here comes the first pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now Carlos Santana. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And a base hit as the Phillies will strike first in this one. They lead it 1-0.
Obviously, this is a pitcher's nightmare, but it's a manager's nightmare, too. It's only the first inning your starter has already given up 4 hits. The last one, an absolute frozen rope. The last thing he wants to do is get someone up in the pen, but he might not have any other choice.
Into the box now, Maikel Franco. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
Has a look, now the pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now. And he certainly has been no mystery to solve thus far. And sooner or later, they might need to get someone else in there just to get out of the first. Stepping in now, Jorge Alfaro. As he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Marquez under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Phillies lead it 2-0. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
Well, Matt, this lineup finds themselves down 2 runs. Nothing crazy. Everyone relax. Stay within the game plan. Find a way to execute and get 1 run on the board and get back in this.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Matchup numbers with Luis Garcia. Pretty good success. He's 4 for 5. A 1 pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit up. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Now at the plate, Nick Markakis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Lifted down the line in left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Stepping up to the plate, Freddie Freeman. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. And it's fouled away. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Down in order go the Braves. They trail it here 2-0. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider. And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball.
Oh, man, that's a frustrating one as a hitter. That pitcher missed right there. He did not want to hang that breaking ball with 2 strikes, and you foul it away. You have to regroup. You're not seeing that again.
2-2 pitch is fouled away.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Tucker is in pursuit, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Pitcher, Luis Garcia.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Luis Garcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat. Right side. Albies brings it in. A flip from short right gets him, and there are 2 away.
How about it?
Good range shown off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Inciarte. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. Matchup numbers with Luis Garcia batting at an even .400. He also has 1 home run. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count to Tyler Flowers. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Ready with the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Albies with a 1-1 count now.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 misses above the zone for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Still 2-2. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Ready for another chance? Nick Williams. As we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
The 1-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Swanson backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Cesar Hernandez. First pitch on its way. Ground ball right side. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Reese Hoskins.
Striding in once again, Reese Hoskins. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Tucker ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. And the next in is Johan Camargo. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Line drive to center field. Now a reach, and he takes a tumble here, but hangs on for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Braves are still looking to break into the hit column here. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his two-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go backdoor.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Williams is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Michael Franco gets set to start out the inning.
Franco.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Inciarte on the run. 1 away.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jorge Alfaro. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Into the box, J.P. Crawford. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Crawford, 23 years old. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Alfaro leads off first with 1 away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there. 2 down.
Up next for Philadelphia, pitcher Luis Garcia.
Digging in to try it again, Luis Garcia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set, and the pitch comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. sent on the ground out to second. Albies scoops it up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. One left for Philadelphia, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Here's Ender Inciarte back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Infielders are talking the time they hold the glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up and he couldn't recover in time.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There goes the runner. Lifted down the line in left. Hoskins is after it, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Freddie Freeman. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner. Now the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit high. And that one just missed outside. This is on the ground over to first. The second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So no runs or hits here as the error turns out to be unimportant. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Phillies 2 and the Braves nothing.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Braves, number 32, Brandon McCarthy.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Odubel Herrera. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. First offering on its way. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Lifted down the line in left. But this will land foul just shy of the wall. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Up around the face.
1 and 2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
Line drive to center field. Inciarte is there, and he has it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
Up next will be Nick Williams. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And the pitch. Hit out towards second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position where he's able to get enough on the throw to get him out at first.
Standing in now, Cesar Hernandez. Towards second. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in and looking for more, Rhys Hoskins. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. to short. Swanson brings it in. Throw on the second for the force, and the side is retired. Phillies strand one, but they're on top 2-0. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers.
Leading
He
off
was
for
a
the Braves.
strikeout victim in his first try. He's set. Here it comes. A
Flowers.
slider that just grabs the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Hey, listen, D-Roll, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single. And hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack, per se, Dan. In this one, I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the streets. This could get the offense going.
And he takes this one high, 1-1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Hot shot down the line, and that's through for a hit. Hoskins gathers it in.
Boy, D-Roll, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Flowers over at second. Tucker at first with no outs. And he fouls this one off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fouled off.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. And it's fouled away. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
Now a swing and a fly ball, and no one will track it down. Here's another 1-2. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. And he's in safely at third as they also push across a score to make it a 1-run game.
Now batting, third baseman.
And the next in is Johan Camargo as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. The 0-1 delivery. Lifted in the air to center. Crawford moving to his left. Makes the play, 1 away.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Tommy Hunter will come on now and take the ball for the 4th time this spring.
Number 40, Tommy Hunter.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Kurt Suzuki.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery, and he fouls this one off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Braves will settle for.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Braves, number 36, Aaron.
Here's Carlos Santana now.
Leading off for the Phillies, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. And the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Now here's the pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Flowers corrals it, and he makes the throw to first. Santana is retired, and there's one away.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
Into the box now, Michael Franco, and he hits it hard to the right side, and that'll find its way into right field for a one-out single.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are falling right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
In now, Jorge Alfaro. Slow roller back to the mound. There's one, and nearly a double play. It was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue.
Definitely a risky and aggressive play for the pitcher there, but he made it work out. They've practiced plays like that a lot in spring training, so it paid off this time.
Digging in to try it again, J.P. Crawford. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Slapped hard the opposite way. Tucker is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One left for Philadelphia. They lead it 2-1. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Ender Inciarte. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. Advantage count 2-0 to the Braves center fielder. 3-0 now.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch. Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Ball 1.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
1-1 to count. So 1-1 now to Marquez. That's a strike to throw down. He's well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Nettie. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing I single could be all it takes to push a run across.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 5.
So stepping in, Freddie Freeman, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Inciarte leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Fouled off. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now a ball line softly down the right field line. Foul.
Can't imagine he comes back with a 3rd breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Braves strand 1. They still trail it here 2-1. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Braves, number 75, Ron Aiken.
Aaron Altair is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. Skied into straightaway right. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Odubel Herrera, he's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Here comes the 0-1. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll just flip this on to first for the 2nd out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
Ready for another chance? Nick Williams. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
Here it comes, 0-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Lane Adams will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 18, Lane Adams. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 28.
No offer at a letter high change. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
Hey, I don't blame him right there, giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
Sliced hard but foul.
You don't see too many guys at this level be late on off-speed pitches right there. That tells me he was totally sitting on something else or was going automatic take.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Lane Adams is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
In there for strike 1. His lifetime line against Velasquez. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. And that misses 1-1. Velasquez, a right-hander standing 6'3". He's in his 4th season as a major league player. The 1-1 home is a curveball that misses high. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for Atlanta. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Popped him up. Franco over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, third baseman, Johan Camargo.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Johan Camargo. He's lined out and flied out in 2 plate appearances. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball just a bit high. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. The 1-1 home. Is a breaking ball that misses off the plate.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. No balls and 1 strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Working for the punch out and the offering, and he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Hit on the ground to third. Franco has it. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They're down 2-1. Lane Adams will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field,
Carlos
number
Perez will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play
now
second
at
here.
base, number 58, Carlos Perez.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Lucas Sims will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Charlie Culberson will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Grounded back up the middle. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Hey, I can't imagine that's a pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
Ryan Flaherty will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Now playing second base, number 4.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? To second for 1 on to Freeman, and they get the double play.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result, a double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
So now Carlos Santana. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit back up the middle. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies down on just 4 pitches. They still lead it 2-1. Stepping in for the Braves, Charlie Culberson, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. In there, no balls and a strike. Now here it comes. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Crawford onto the grass. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And time to check out the line score for this spring training affair. Both teams working the kinks out as we play the 8th inning tonight. Chris Stewart will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
Wow, when I heard that and saw it leave his bat, I thought we were going to be all tied up, but it just didn't have enough to get out of here, so he's going to have to settle for a double. Tying run on second, and now things are officially getting interesting.
Peter Borges will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Soft liner to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only 1 away.
Not every ball's going to be hit on the screws right there. That one falls in front of the right fielder for a single, found some green grass.
Ready for another shot now. Freddie Freeman. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking here.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? And the throw to first will take care of him, but it comes at a cost as the tying run is in to score.
I like that he didn't try to do too much there. All he needed was a ground ball to tie this thing up, and that's exactly what he does. That's great situational hitting.
Popped him up. Franco in foul ground. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. 9th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Chris Stewart will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field,
Peter Borges will stick around as he'll take over in right field. Rico Sanchez will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ballgame tied until the bottom half.
Now playing right field,
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Flowers is there. 1 out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Jorge Alfaro. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he is into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
This is the type of production they were expecting from this guy when he came to the majors a couple of years back. He looks really at ease at the plate, and that relaxed swing is getting some really good results. Good example on that double there. Always great to see a young player blossoming.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. Lifted down the line in left. Adams giving chase. Just foul. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Hit hard back up the middle. That's in there. Base hit. Alfaro heads for the plate. The tag, and he's in there. As it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Scott Kingery will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 4, Scott Kingery.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. Comes set, and the 0-1. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back with more from the Grapefruit League after this. Edelbray Ramos is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Edelbray Ramos.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Lane Adams. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Lane Adams.
Sharp slider that time. Just missed inside. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Ramos, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Williams is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Ryan.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Ryan Flaherty. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 1-0. Curveball that time, not even close. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. So 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
On to first, and that means the Braves are now down to their final out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth. Now it's swinging a ground ball. This should do it. Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the ninth, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Philadelphia came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Vince Velasquez gets the W on the mound. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.